Almost 70 years ago, after World War II ended, our 6 founding countries called the Inner Six came together and established a community, the ECSC, the European Coal and Steel Community. This community was the beginning of something much greater than ever could be imagined, the European Union. Back then, it was only utilized for economic purposes. Since the beginning in 1951, the European Union has not only grown horizontally as well as vertically by its addition of policy areas to its remit. This development has raised some minor downsides which have led to the Parliament of the UK. To ensure that these disadvantages will not rise above the advantages such as free trade and open borders, we will have to adjust and emerge even stronger. Inside of our recent decision to adjust our course, we decided also our criteria should be amended. The Copenhagen criteria only cover the preservation of democracy and human rights, a functioning market economy able to cope with the competition and market forces, and the institutional capacity to effectively implement the acquis and able to take on obligations of membership. We came to the conclusion that in addition to these criteria, the member states should also have English as a mandatory subject up until high school, to ensure the unity and remove the language barrier that is keeping us from reaching this unity. Also, all member states should accept the euro as currency to make even further progress on economic grounds and enhance our position in a global trade system. After implementing these criteria, we will have to eliminate several countries due to the fact that they do not meet the newly set standards. Others who do meet these, except for the new criteria set on the topic of currency, will be given a chance to amend and proceed their membership of the new European Union, Ourtopia. In our utopian view, there will be 18 countries left who are going to be stronger and more united than ever before. A new beginning calls for a new political system, and that's why the following changes will be implemented. There will still remain 3 institutions. These are the Council of Ministers, the European Parliament, and the Council of Executives. The Council of Ministers and the European Parliament are both responsible for the first phase. In this phase, proposals are set up. The Council of Ministers consists of 18 members. These members are ministers regarding the topic from each individual country. The European Parliament consists of 180 representatives, 10 from each country. Every 4 years, these are elected by their citizens, regardless of the topic. The second phase is to work out this proposal and vote upon each bill, which will be done by the same 2 institutions. If the proposal is approved, it will be executed by the third institution, the Council of Executives. It consists of 18 members. These are the highest politically ranked persons from each country to execute laws. We, as the creators of our own European utopia, are gutted to see that England has left us for, in our opinion, such a minor cause, but a cause that as indicated needs adjusting. We live in a time where money has the upper hand in almost everything, as well as politics, which has led us to realize that we should be focusing more on a level of economical cooperation instead of political. We feel we should only make minor adjustments in our policy system in an effort to try and avoid involvement in national matters. To clarify what we will change, we use 2 important terms. Exclusive competence, meaning that only the Ourtopia can decide on this topic, and shared competence, meaning that the Ourtopia decides on the topic unless they said countries can differentiate regarding this policy. Political freedom in our Ourtopia will be important. Nevertheless, there are 2 topics we believe we should have more political power over, and these are energy and environment. Both have a connection with our planet, a planet that we should foster and take care of before it's too late. That's why we want to make these former shared competences exclusive competences, so that these countries will take on our policy concerning these topics, and we together can actually change our future. Since we're going to adjust our course, economically as well as politically, we want to change what represents us, since we feel like this is not correctly done anymore. Our name from here on out will be Ourtopia, representing the perfect unity we want to achieve, which can only be done by our cooperation. As logo, we chose a 5-fold symbol. In our context, the 4 outer circles symbolize values which we deem important. These are freedom, equality, solidarity, and force. And in the center, unity, working together to achieve the impossible. We stand here today, grateful for the support and belief that has carried us from times of crisis to a new era of prosperity and unity, economically but also politically. Now, an era has bestowed upon us where our strongest nations will fight to keep up this level of unity, extend it, and leave their mark on the global economic system. Because unity is the answer to development.